Never save money. That advice sounds wrong, even dangerous. Yet in a small farming village, an old grandfather learned this lesson the hard way. Through hunger, shame, and a glass jar that promised safety but delivered nothing. He was a man everyone called lazy. Day after day, he sat under the shade of a large tree, staring into the distance and speaking endlessly about plans he never began. He dreamed of opening a shop, buying land, and owning cows, always believing he would one day make money without effort. But days passed, then years, and nothing ever changed. Slowly, laughter turned into pity. His wife reminded him often that life survives on work, not dreams, but he still believed that someday, somehow, things would improve. Instead, life grew harder. One night, his thin, barefoot grandson softly asked if there was bread at home. The cupboard was empty. In that quiet moment, the old man felt the weight of truth. Dreams could not be eaten, and ideas could not fill an empty stomach. The next morning, carrying shame in his heart, he went to work as a day laborer in the fields. The sun burned his skin, his back bent lower each day, and his hands cracked with pain. Every night he returned home exhausted, earning just enough to survive. Yet the money never stayed. Food took it, medicine took it, and loss took it. Week after week, the roof still leaked, and hunger never left the house. One afternoon at the village store, he overheard men say that saving money was the secret to safety. Those words sounded like hope. That night, he hid a glass jar under the bed and began dropping coins into it each week after buying only the bare minimum. The sound of the coins made him smile, and when his grandson found the jar, the old man proudly called it their future. But saving came with sacrifice. Meals grew smaller, shoes were never replaced, and hunger became routine. When the jar finally filled, he carried it to the market, only to discover that rising prices had drained its power. The money that once promised security could now buy far less than before. That night, as he counted the coins again and again, he understood the painful truth. The jar had not grown, only time had passed. Weak and discouraged, he sat one morning watching his neighbors walk by. Some carried eggs, others carried bottles of milk. They moved calmly, without fear of tomorrow. In that moment, understanding finally reached him. Using the last of his savings, he bought a few thin chickens. At first, they produced only a couple of eggs, but those eggs fed the family and brought small income. One chicken became two, and two became many. For the first time, his work created something that grew. Holding an egg in his hand, the old grandfather realized that real security does not come from money that sits still, but from value that multiplies. The jar was forgotten under the bed, replaced by something alive and productive. And that is how the grandfather in the story learned the greatest lesson of his life. Saving money alone is fragile, but making it grow can change everything. If this story made you think, smile, or feel inspired, please like, share, and subscribe to Wisdom Station. Let's spread wisdom and positivity together.